Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Total Education Celebrity Show. I'm the host of the show, Neil Haley. You can go to my website, totaltutor.net, for more information. Twitter, Total Tutor, Neil S. Haley, Facebook, and the Simply G media segment. I'm really excited to welcome to the program first my co-host, GJ Reynolds. And GJ, I tell you, this is going to be an unbelievable show, isn't it?
Well, we just keep outdoing ourselves, and I'm keep getting more excited. Just when I thought I couldn't get any more excited, I just keep getting more excited. So yeah, we have a great show today. I'm sure we're going to just talk a couple of topics, but I think just in the sideline conversation, we could probably talk all day. So anyway, I know time is important, so we're going to get right down to it. So our guest today, he's a former Major League Baseball player. He's a former National League Rookie of the Year. He's a Silver Slugger Award, 2-time World Series, 5 times All-Star. Played for the Dodgers, the Yankees, the White Sox, the Athletics. He won those 2 World Series with the Dodgers. He's All-Star second baseman and went into coaching. He's now speaking, he's coaching, and he just got hired on by the MLB TV and MLB radio. So please welcome to the show, Steve Sax. How are you doing, Steve?
I'm great, G. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic, and life's great, and sounds like life's doing great with you. I know you've had a stellar baseball career, and sounds like you've got a stellar career after baseball, which is, some guys struggle, and you've been able to, keep running right out of baseball, right into today's life.
Yeah, I've been fortunate. I don't think I've ever had a job in my life. I've done a lot of things after baseball. I was a financial consultant for 10 years. I've done some broadcasting with the Fox Network. And then I became a motivational speaker after I sold my financial business. Been doing that professionally now for about 5 years, and I'm also a life and business coach. I'm getting ready to launch my own pretty much global, or international, I should say, group coaching and online coaching and life and business in those realms. That's going to be launched in about 40 days from now. So it's going to be a good event, and working with the MLB Network and MLB Radio has been a fun thing, and that's something I'm going to pursue as well.
Now, it's really interesting, Steve, after your career, life after baseball, we talk about this all the time. What made you want to be an entrepreneur? A lot of guys, they go into different things, but what made you want to own your own business and go from there? What kind of motivated you to say, this is what I want to do?
Well, I've always been somebody with high energy, and I like to help people. And through my speaking and coaching, life and business coaching, I know I think I'm helping people in their daily lives, and that's something I've always wanted to do. And so I'm going to continue to go down that road and expand the businesses and get it out there to people that want to coach with me or have me speak for their company. It's really something I've wanted to do since I've gotten out of the game, and so that's what I'm going to keep pressing to do.
And that's the cool thing about it in so many ways. GJ is looking at guys, and they know exactly where they want to go in life, and especially as an entrepreneur. And as GJ knows, in his career, he saw that working for himself and being an entrepreneur was what you wanted to do, right, G?
Well, absolutely. And, I'm like Steve, I did have a job, had a corporate job for a while before the U.S. Army, and I realized there was always things I wanted to do different or to make it better, and I found out the only way I could do that is if I went out on my own and became an entrepreneur, and obviously I've been able to do that for the last 23 years, and so I can relate tremendously with not quote having a job and being my own boss. So with your coaching career, could you tell us a little more about your coaching career as far as I know you've coached in baseball, but it sounds like you're doing life coaching. Could you elaborate a little bit more, and who are you actually targeting so we can help you help more people?
Yeah, well, basically, as a life and business coach, I'm just a coach. The client has all the power, and they're the ones that can make themselves better, or they can stay in their current position in life where they feel like they're kind of stuck. So I'm trained through the coactive coaching method. That's a signature training method to the Coaches Training Institute. And my idea is to work as a partner with the client, and noting that they really are the ones with all the power. They can motivate themselves to do better. They can change their course in life if they wish, and that's all my job as a coach is just to assist them in doing that. And so, if people want to get involved and they want to check out what we do in coaching or in speaking, they can just go to my master website, which is called Steve Sax. SteveSax.com, and on that SteveSax.com, it has the different websites. I have Steve Sax Speaks, Steve Sax Coaches, and so that's where they can go to get all their information. And it's good. It's pretty easy, pretty simple, and the coaching is going to be 10 times per month, face to face with me. I can see nobody. They can see me, but I can't see them. But they're going to be able to be face-to-face and talking about different things in life and in business and things that are of their concern. And they'll be able to chat in questions as well. So some of the questions I'll be able to answer online. But it's going to be a process. Coaching is not an event. It's a process. And so we take it one chapter out of my book per month. And we delve into that and get into sub-classifications of the issue or the topic at hand, and we try to get somewhere in their life, and it's proven to be very fruitful.
Now, Steve, how much do you take from your days in baseball to from business to coaching, and how much do you see that specifically in life and how you work with clients? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, there are so many parallels that you can draw from sports, not only in baseball, but different sports. You can draw all kinds of parallels from sports and business to daily life. I really do believe that baseball is a mirror of life, and that you have to deal with politics and travel and ups and downs, successes. You got to deal with the fear of failure. There's all different kinds of things, being a self-starter and politics, and every different issue that you can think of during the day is kind of what you see in baseball or in sports in general. So there's some lines I draw there. I try not to do too much of that because it's almost too easy of a thing to do, because I did play professional sports for 18 years. So I try to relate a lot of things as well back to history, which is a great teacher for us. Everyday occurrences, I'll have different guests on my show as well, from prominent to sports people to business people to just regular everyday people on the street. And so the people that are my clients are going to get a broad spectrum of the different type of people that we coach, because everybody can use it. The general person I would coach, I would say, is a successful entrepreneur, or maybe a business owner. It could be just about anybody, but everybody could use coaching, because if they're not operating at an efficient level, then this is something that could probably benefit them.
Steve, you're so right about that, because we're not going to tell ourselves, and GJ will attest to this for sure in a lot of ways, that when he works with people, successful entrepreneurs, that they need to have someone else tell them it, right, G? Sometimes that they think they're going at the right, all cylinders going, and then someone else hearing about it really helps the process, right, G?
Absolutely, and I feel as a coach or a mentor, the job of the coach or mentor is really just sort of show the process, and Steve's talking about the process, and obviously they have to be committed to doing the work. And it's just like in baseball, as you said, it mirrors baseball. If you're going to be a better hitter, you got to put in the practice. You got to be willing to do it. The coach can show you how to do it. You've still got to step up to the plate and swing away. And coaching is the same way. Whether it's in baseball, whether it's in life, and as Steve said, it's a process. And, wherever they got to at this moment, was a process, and wherever they choose to go is a process. And I just feel like, the coach's job is just to steer them down that path. So Steve, obviously, I know you wrote your book, and you talked a little bit about, alluded a little bit about it. You want to tell us a little bit about your book, and I believe the title is Shift, Change Your Mindset, and You Change Your World. Is that the book you're referring to?
Yes, that's the book that I wrote a couple of years ago, and I was fortunate to get the endorsement of Donald Trump, which was a big help for me. I really admire Donald Trump. I think he's a fantastic entrepreneur and a very good person, and I couldn't think anybody better to have on the face of my book than Donald Trump, so I'm very fortunate to have that endorsement from him. But the book essentially is what it is. I mean, it talks about shifting your mindset. We all know that whatever you think about the most in your life grows the most, and so it's important that you put in positive nature into that computer on your shoulders, that that people can get a lot from how they approach issues and what they think about, even down to trivial, minuscule thoughts. They all do make a difference. And we're just really, the result of all the filters in our life. And it's important to take all the good things that come from those filters and use them in a positive nature in your life. And so that's the kind of thing that I talk about. It's a very uplifting, positive book. It can be read, on a 2 or 3 hour plane flight. And I've got a lot of good response for it. I'm very proud of this book.
And so changing that mindset, is that hard for a lot of people when you're coaching them, Steve, for them to finally make that change and say, I got to focus on the right thing to grow their business?
Well, it's a choice. That's for sure. That success, I believe, is a choice. All the things that you think about in your life are a choice. And people really are the author of their own circumstances. They can decide what kind of circumstances they want to develop simply by what they think about. I don't believe that people are victims in this society. Your circumstances in your life will be altered by the way you think. And that's really the foundation of the book. So, sometimes people have to get up and shake off the shackles of poor me and, I couldn't have done this. Well, I think we all have the power to do it. It's just, taking responsibility for it and choosing success over mediocrity.
We're talking to Steve Sax, MLB superstar, Los Angeles Dodgers, and now entrepreneur and life coach and MLB Network, all the different things that Steve has done. I'm a huge fan of yours, Steve. I was the Dodgers. That was my team, especially back in that time when they were playing against the Yankees, and you shocked the world by beating the Yankees. So I always remember that team of Guerrero, Valenzuela, Dusty Baker, just an unbelievable baseball team for sure, and Steve is doing that in success in life as well. And GJ, when he touched upon it about you have to have in your mind that you're going to be successful as an entrepreneur. GJ talks about this all the time. It's always the doubt, right? That you see so many people you work with that just like Steve does, that it shuts them down from going any further.
Well, it could be doubt, and Steve also hit on it. A lot of people have that victim consciousness, and and our society teaches, it's okay to be a victim, and really it's a choice. And either you choose to be prosperity conscious, or you choose to be poverty conscious, or victim consciousness. And Steve hits it right on the head. And when you're coming from the latter, you're definitely going to have doubt about life, and it makes things a lot tougher to move through life. And obviously, people that you're choosing to coach obviously have to be choosing to come from more of a prosperity consciousness or learn how to do that. And it is a choice, and Steve hit it right on the head. So Steve, one more time, where can we find more information about you and so people can learn more about you and your book as well?
Yeah, they can just go to stevesax.com. And that has the different aspects of my websites. It has Steve Sax Coaches. It has Steve Sax Speaks. It has the different websites right under that umbrella. And it'll tell you all about it. And I encourage people to go on there and check it out. And they're willing to come on and coach with me and come face to face 10 times a month. I think it'd be great.
Well, you seem like a great guy, Steve, and best of luck also with the stuff with the MLB as well. I'm sure you're really excited about baseball season and all the opportunities you have going all over the world to help others. And that's what's so cool about the World Wide Web and everything. So thanks again for calling, Steve.
Yeah, thank you so much, gentlemen. I appreciate you having me on today.
All right, take care, Steve. Okay, bye-bye. All right, you're listening to the Total Education Celebrity Show powered by the Simply G Media segment. We'll be back in just a moment.